Hey, sixth graders, happy Tuesday. Hey, so today, if you're at home, your work today is to kind of get started on our project. All right. So, for those of you that are at home, those of you were at home, I saw most of you yesterday. So I'm going to assume that you don't need to go over some of this stuff. Yesterday, I talked about English and how it's a nightmare. And the work we went through was the singular versus plural. We did that together for most of you who are at home, if you're checking in today. So I am not going to go over this. And if you have any questions, please always check. Those are the people that are in school today or they're Zooming with me. I will go over this with them. So again, a review from Quill. We've gone through capitalization. We've done singular versus plural. We've done possessives. Today, we're going to focus on sentence combining. Okay. Now, sentence combining is it's a skill and it takes time and it takes lots of time. So don't think you should have it mastered. But the bottom line is, as writers, we want to only use what we have to use, what you must have to express your thoughts, emotions, or ideas. Writers don't want to use too much because then it gets lost, right? We waste words. So let's say one rule of sentence combining is this: delete what is not necessary and smush into one sentence. For instance, if I have a sentence here, I am a raging fanatic of March Madness. Then the second sentence is March Madness is the greatest sporting event of all time. Okay. I've repeated March Madness. I don't need to say it again. And I can push this all into one sentence and say, I am a raging fanatic of March Madness, comma, the greatest sporting event of all time. So basically, I took these two sentences, I smushed them together. I have that comma there because it is two sentences that are smushed together, and I didn't have to repeat myself. So I've now combined to one. All right. Here's another rule. Look at both sentences and add conjunctions, okay? So you've got, I am a raging fanatic of March Madness. Okay, there's my one sentence. March Madness is the greatest sporting event of all time. Now, I could add an extra word. I like not to add words, but I could. And I would say, I am a raging fanatic of March Madness because it is the greatest sporting event of all time. So I took out March Madness is, and I changed it to because. So I took two words and really took it down to one. I used a conjunction: because, and, but, nor, so, okay? All right, last one. Another rule is add only what is necessary into original sentence. All right, so what I mean is, I am a raging fanatic of March Madness. I am such a raging fanatic that I will print out every bracket and handwrite scores in every winner. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this and smush it, and the only thing I'm going to include is of March Madness. So I'm going to say, I am such, right? So this is really my sentence. That's all I really need. And I'm going to only add a little bit of this first sentence into it. And then I've got a little bit more of a sentence. So this is really my main thought here is I am such a raging fanatic that I will print out every bracket and handwrite scores in every winner. So I keep that. I am such a raging fanatic of March Madness that I will print out every bracket and handwrite scores in every winner. So really, this is cutting out and smushing. That's too much. This is just getting rid of an entire sentence and only adding in what you need. That's of March Madness. And now I've got a one sentence that covers everything I wanted to say. Okay, so what I want you to do today is for number 4 is I've given you, I think, 7 sentences. Okay, or 7 pairs of sentences. What I'd like you to do is rewrite these, okay? And there's not one way to do it, people. So, for instance, I am going to the Twin Cities this weekend. I am going there to attend the Twin Cities baseball game. These are 2 sentences. I would like to combine them. So I'm going to rewrite this as, I am going to the Twin Cities this weekend to attend a Twin Cities baseball game, right? So I got rid of I am going there, and I just added to attend a Twin Cities baseball game to this sentence. That's it. I didn't even need a comma, right? So you're going to do that for 1 through 7. You're going to rewrite these sentences into one sentence. This might take about 20 minutes, so it's a little bit more work. All right? That's what you're going to do is you're going to work on that, and then you're going to take a picture of your work and submit it as a discussion. Today it's a little different. So down here, you're going to submit a photo of your discussion. Okay, now, next part. Now we're going to talk about the assignment. So I talked to you yesterday, so I'm not going to review it too much, although I did give the assignment a name, the text feature Tango. So this is really, a tango is a dance, right? And that's what language is, a dance. If I'm going to try to convince you of something, I'm going to dance around some things, and I'm going to give you some ideas until the end of it. You're like, whoa, I believe you. A dance is a visual, striking thing. You watch it and you're like, whoa, that's cool. That's what this kind of writing is. You're going to create visuals and writing that convinces me of something. So your goal is the create a book and book creator that effectively convinces your reader of something not true using text features to legitimize your writing and your points. Legitimize means to make it seem real, to make it seem believable. Now, you're going to be doing a lot of making up stuff. Now, I also went over this yesterday with you, so there's another reminder. These are requirements. Everything in green must be in your book. Everything that's in red has to be a choice. You could have all of it, but you need to choose at least one between index and glossary, photograph and illustration, caption, label, graph, table, bold, print, and italics. Okay? Anything that's in purple, totally optional. You could have every one of these things 5 times. I'm fine with that, but there's a minimum. All right, again, research is not required, but it helps. So if you had some research that you kind of backed up what you're trying to say, wow, that's very powerful. You could create research, so there's some creativity there. And we're trying to use fact language, like is statements. Don't use should or would or could. Those are like opinion words. Time and polish for a quality product. All right, so I'm going to give you time, so you don't think you're going to finish in a day. An audience of peers will judge your work. So again, someone will be looking at it. And again, I gave you some examples yesterday of a starting point. This is rough, so don't think this is done. But dogs are plotting to take over the earth. I gave myself a title. That's not true, but it makes it seem like, oh, this guy's a doctor. He probably knows what he's talking about. And then I have one slide, like one page would have like talking about dog attacks. I've got a graph here that I made in Google Sheets. And in terms of like, if you think about this and this, these 2 pages cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 requirements, right? Now, I haven't convinced anyone of anything, so don't think like, oh, I'm almost done. Well, this is not convincing. There's nothing here that's enough. It's a start, but it doesn't take long to put all these elements in, okay? Now, today, here's what I would like you to do. Draw on a piece of paper a big old circle. And this is going to take some time. I'm not going to really, this is not something you rush. Don't rush brainstorming. The minute you rush brainstorming, you leave ideas on the table. That means they're not, you can't pull them because you already moved on. I want you to draw a big old circle, basically a donut, and in the middle, put topics to try to convince your reader about, or my reader, because you're going to say my, right? That's you, you're the author. This is where I want you just to brainstorm. Like, just start throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks. All right? Anything that comes to mind that is just something that's not quite true, or it might be in something you believe in that you can't prove right off the bat. Like, even like, let's be honest, like religion is something that someone can't necessarily prove, but they believe. And so they would have to like get a bunch of information to get someone to believe it. But I want you to think about not like, don't just try to be funny, right? Like Bigfoot is real. Aliens are real. Don't worry about this. You could also move into the serious. For instance, I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just did this because I have a lot of ideas. I want you to try to get to times 10. 10 ideas on this. That's what you're looking for. 10. Some are good. Some are awful. Some are going to be really good. And here's the thing. They're all over. So I would like to prove March Madness has single-handedly saved humanity this year. That's quite a statement. Arnold Schwarzenegger movies are actually guides to being a good person. That's a little bit of a powerful like stretch. Cream-filled donuts are the most perfect food on earth. Wow, maybe. I mean, that's a heck of a statement. Teachers should be paid over $200,000 a year. Now, that's a little more serious. It's still pretty much of a stretch. I'd have to do a lot of like convincing of that one. Middle schoolers are really just aliens in disguise. Well, that one's not really arguable. That one's true. Fatboy Slim's Kung Fu Fighting is the best dance song of all time. Again, I'd have to do a lot of proof there. And everyone should be required to go into public service for 2 years between middle school and high school. Now, that one's a little bit more serious. I still believe it. I would need to prove that. And humans are actually allergic to homework. That's more silly. So notice I have funny and serious. I want it all. So here's the deal. I want you to like get your list, take about 15, 20 minutes, then go down and look at it. look at your grouping of your ideas. And then what I'd like you to do is pick one, and you're going to post it. So in your discussion post, reply with so you've already put up here, you've posted your picture of this. Your reply is going to be, this is my idea. So then I have an idea where you're at. All right. I need a starting point. And on Thursday, we'll start the writing. Okay. All right. So here we go. I call this what it is, the tango. The goals for today are finish plural, oops, not plural, singular. Ooh, no. Sentence combining. And submit your topic. So you're going to submit that in discussion and submit your topic as a reply to your discussion. There you go. That's their goal for today. All right, everyone, take care. We'll see you.